Hey you guys, welcome back to our channel. You guys, I did not feel like recording here inside the house or anywhere else for that matter. So I'm out here in the garden today and I hope the lighting is okay. Um, it's a very bright sunny day and I'm sitting underneath the Tanzanian grape tree. It's the one with the biggest shade. So yeah, you guys. So what is going on? How you guys doing? I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit something about, what we sometimes struggle with and which sometimes it can really delay. It can delay our blessings. It can delay our progress. And eventually, pretty much it leads to our procrastination and getting things done. You guys, and that is, well, it's a combination of two things. It's overthinking and perfectionism. And first of all, there is no amount of thinking that's going to make anything perfect. Okay, I don't know if you guys really understand that this world, there's nothing perfect in this world. And a lot of times we get caught up, and it has a lot to do with comparison too, like when it falls to that whole category of perfectionism, like, we're looking at the Joneses and we're thinking like, okay, well, they are of a certain caliber, they dress a certain way, they act a certain way, they have this business, that business, and you know what I mean. And we struggle with just implementing our first steps because we're overthinking and we're trying to, you know, it surpasses trying to be your best. It goes to the world of, oh, I need this to be just right, I need this to be just accurate, just perfect, before I could implement what was placed in my heart to do, and you guys, there's nothing perfect. Like, I, you know I don't believe I struggle with trying to be perfect. I really don't. If I was, I wouldn't be out here with a middle finger gone. You know what I mean? But that is something that obviously can stop some of us. And I mean, I'm not gonna front like it has stopped me in the past. Like, I feel like, okay, well, this isn't right. This isn't, the perfect lighting. This isn't, correct. I need to research this some more before I read about this or talk about that. And and you guys, we just have to let ourselves be sometimes. Let ourselves be. There's no amount of thinking that's gonna get anything perfect. There's no amount of editing that's going to make anything, better than anybody else's in the world. Like, there's always going to be someone that's, grander and better at something that we want to do and accomplish. But, you know how successful people, successful people, they implement, they implement, you guys. So if you are still stuck on, because I've seen some comments, you guys, I've seen some comments on other people's pages and posts and things like that where people are still struggling to, just implement. Oh, I'm gonna start this channel in a week or two. Like, well, for what? What are you waiting on? You know, all it is pressing record. If you feel like you're going to be doing a whole lot of editing and things like that, like, why? We are no longer in that era. We are no longer in the era of over editing our, and I see that there's something to be said about someone who wants to edit a lot and wants to make it crystal clear and perfectly sound and all that stuff on their channel. And that's amazing. That's great. But for some of us who are not, who are, who just want to be, who just want to be, and just want to try something and just want to just put our message out there. A lot of the times, you guys, the message is what's the most important. If there's something that's going on within yourself or with what you've produced, and you feel that it hinders the possibility of someone else gaining what it's meant to gain from it, then okay, there's edit, and y'all watching out for the bugs. then definitely edit, definitely do what you have to do, but don't get caught up in trying to make sure, like, it's perfectly perfect. Like, because really and truly, you're going to fall in the same space as everybody else, you know, low views in the beginning and this and that. And but it's all the same process, you guys. If it's a YouTube channel, it's all the same process. You record, you upload, and you wait. And and a lot of times what doesn't get viewed now gets viewed later. So, you know, don't stress yourself out. Don't overthink it thinking it's going to get you perfect. It's not. It's really not, you guys. There's nothing perfect here underneath the sun, and especially man-made things. Like, let's be honest with ourselves. Like, anything that's man-made is not going to be perfect. Like, I feel like everything that's, natural and God made, those are things that, even those things we have added, preservatives and things like that to them. So really, there's nothing perfect on this one. So don't stress yourself out, you guys. Don't feel as if, you know, you're not as good as, you're not as, perfect as, because who are you comparing yourself to? You know, who are you comparing yourself to? And are those people even thinking two cents about you? They're really not. Like, they're out there doing their own thing and trying to get it done. They have mastered the implementation part of the whole thing. Okay, and that's what you need to do. You need to, after you're done, thought about what you want to do, after you've done wrote all the notes and you've done, all your possible research, depending on what it is you're trying to accomplish, it's time to implement. Because really and truly, like, no matter what we do in life, let's take YouTube. There are gurus out there. There's people that've been on YouTube from the beginning of YouTube. So definitely there are those people that you can actually do get advice from, or and even people that are closer to home, as far as that goes. You don't have to find the CEO of YouTube to figure things out, but at the same time, you're not going to get the help you need. Like, how can somebody help you if you haven't even implemented? Like, what are they trying to help? Like, what are they trying to see and look at to see that, okay, well, yeah, this is great, but this one could use a little work. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing to show. There's nothing to show because we're stuck on trying to be perfect and trying to, you know, oh, I need to align my songs perfectly on this post. I need to align my thumbnail. Is it, splashy and whatever the case may be. Like, you guys, it's really all about the message. It's about what you present and what, how you can encourage and uplift somebody and how you can help somebody. You know, what value do your value can't be all about what it's looking like. Because really and truly, that's really what we're chasing. When we're chasing perfection, we're chasing what it looks like. And y'all, it's not gonna that's not going to sustain anything. It's not going to sustain your success. You know, you can, copy and paste someone else's stuff like they say to do. You know, um, you can edit your stuff from, this thing of grass. You can continue to you do all the edits and all the fixes all you want and everything, but really and truly, a lot of times you edit out the best parts. And I've learned that, throughout my journey of different things I've tried to accomplish. Um, some successfully, some not so successfully. You know what I mean? But the point is, really and truly, is implementing and putting it out there. There is no way, you guys. I'm telling you right now, there's no way that you can think your way into perfection. There isn't. There really isn't. Um, you know, and you don't want to be living your life like that either. You don't want to live your life so consumed with trying to be, perfect and like the Joneses and this and that. You're not gonna be happy. You really are not. You know, I know there's been times in the past where I've written, you know, just written things, whether it's a book or whether it's an article for someone or whatever. And a lot of the times, the things that we edit, you guys, the things that we edit are the parts. that are really us and are they're our words and our voices. So in the end, you're left with something that's so, for lack of a better term, AI-ish. You know what I mean? Since that's what that's the that's what the world we live in right now, the world of AI, right? So yeah, you definitely don't want to basically edit yourself out of your creativities. You really don't. So implement, you guys. Implement. Put out that book. Put out that YouTube channel. Put out that restaurant. Like, people gotta eat, and you over here talking about you over here talking about this last ingredient is like, when there's a perfectly good ingredient that does the same thing, but you trying to go and spend so much money to find this particular one and yada yada. I don't know. I'm not nobody's restaurant, but you know what I mean, you guys. Like, you definitely do not want to edit yourself out of your creativity. You definitely want to stand out, and the only way you're gonna stand out is by being your true authentic self. You guys, like, stop overthinking. Stop believing that there is a magical solution to becoming this perfect YouTuber, dancer, worker, creative being. You know, you are you for a reason. Don't white out yourself. And I don't mean white out as in whatever some ridiculous person's gonna be thinking about. I just mean the plain old pen whiting it out. That's all. Okay, like, don't you guys don't we don't want to erase yourself out of your creativity. So definitely keep that in mind when you are thinking and planning and rethinking and editing and rethinking and redoing your rough drafts and rethinking and like, it's time to implement. It's time to implement, you guys. We are more than, we are in March. Okay, March is like full blown, and before you know it, is gonna be gone. And what will you have to have? What would have you put out by then if you haven't already? And if you have, congratulations, that's amazing. Keep going. Do not stop. Don't dwell on, take your moment, take your success of just implementing, but don't just sleep on it. Keep going. Keep going, be consistent, showing up for yourself, showing up for your creativities, and, forget the Joneses, do you, and be you. Point blank. Okay, you guys, I hope you're having a lovely day. I hope that, this resonates with you and that you understand where I'm coming from. And just know that despite the fact that there's nothing perfect under the sun, it's a perfect you. And there's always ways for us to improve on ourselves. And that's a great goal. Go after that, do that, but make sure it's something you want to do. Make sure it's what you want to do, what you want to accomplish. And yeah, you guys, stop overthinking. Stop overthinking, implement, and all that, because you are all that. You guys, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, which is the like, right? I always say like as if it's two different things. It's the same thing, but whatever. Like, comment, subscribe, you guys. Hit the notification bell to get all the videos, and I will be talking to you guys soon. Thanks again for watching. Be blessed, you guys.